Hi, and welcome to the podcast. My name is Michael Yon, and this episode is The Cause and Effect of Karma. So, welcome, Kuntarkis, and I believe you have something to share with us to start off with about unconditional love.
Yes, I do, Michael. Love is the one thing that I believe that all human beings want from life, to be loved and to love. Everything on planet Earth could perish, yet what would remain is pure love. For love is unbiased and non-judgmental. For love is the essence of living energy. It has no anger, violence, or hatred. It is neither negative nor positive. It is just in the moment of existence. And you do not have to search for love, inwardly nor outwardly, for love is all around you. It exists within all of life from the beginning of all creation, and it is the closest thing to your heart chakra. For love is you, the human being, and it is the closest anyone can be to perfection.
From what you've just said, my question is, what went wrong with humanity?
I could have my head chopped off if I said the wrong word here, couldn't I? Well, evolution, Michael. It's all based on fears created by all the violence of the developing human ego. When karma is created from negative encounters, there must be the balance of positive karma, so unconditional love from the heart center is the only way balance can be brought into alignment. To understand what we each create in our existence as human beings, there must be spiritual knowledge of self-awareness, passed through families' genetics from one generation to the next, and so on. This is the essential ingredients, Michael.
Then where is the love that we are all created from?
Yeah, where is it? Well, I still believe, Michael, it's within humanity, and it always has been, there for each human individual to discover who we are, even what we are, even to where you may be heading, and especially to experience life joys. However, since the human ego came into existence, humanity in its totality has allowed your love to take a back seat, while your human ego creates a world of fear, beliefs, extreme violence, and unjust laws that protect only the law itself. Justice does not exist for the victims of the human world of chaos and confusion. And to be truly honest, the only winners are the lawyers, Michael.
It sounds a little grim for humanity, Kuntarkis.
Yes, it does. Yet humanity from the beginning to the present has created a path of pain and misery for all who exist upon earth and within her, being your Mother Earth. Most civilizations on your world understand the term karma. It is well known to the Eastern world and means what you do unto others will be done unto you. The term can be negative and positive, like good karma and bad karma. Most Western civilizations understand the term cause and effect, and the meaning is the same as karma. For instance, every negative and positive action that a human individual creates in their lifetime is recorded in their cellular memory. What is also created from all past lives of any individual is also recorded in the cellular memory. It is brought in with the energies of that spirit when they incarnate into a human body. So the reality of this cellular memory is that every experience any individual has from one life to the next can and does shape the experiences a human being has during their past and present lifetime, be it negative or positive.
So why don't people realize the cause and effect of every lifetime that they incarnate?
I believe, Michael, many human beings actually do believe in reincarnation, as well as good karma, bad karma, which Westerners know as cause and effect syndrome. But most do not realize that they have existed on this planet Earth for more than 928,000 years in evolution, and in that time they have lived thousands upon thousands of human lifetimes, and over that time have created an enormous amount of negative karma and continue to do so because of non-awareness and human belief systems.
Kuntarkis, I understand what you mean by non-awareness. My question is, what do you mean by human belief systems?
Human belief systems, Michael, are manifested by a single individual, then expressed to a group or even a mass of human society. If that is accepted by an individual or a group or all the masses, then that becomes an impregnated condition, which over time will become a belief system. Within that form of society, the problem in that it is only an individual's idea of what could be the truth. I have met many people since I have been on this planet Earth who follow a belief system in whatever it may be. I have even asked them the question, why do you believe in that particular belief? Their answer I found quite interesting. Mainly, it sounds true, and it gives us, or me, an outing, and we meet lots of different people. So, Michael, the cause of creating belief systems is the human ego, the part of the human that has been created from fear. The effect is the outcome and can be due to many reasons. For example, lying, stealing, controlling, domineering, causing harm to another through violence, rape, murder, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, lust, negative thoughts of self and towards others, terrorism, greed, wars, hatred, and the list is endless. These are just some of the traces of the human ego, Michael.
Could you just give us an example or outline of the human ego at work?
Okay. Let's say a human being has lived 47,000 lifetimes up to this moment in your human time of 2021. The karma, be it negative or positive, for this single individual must face is from 47,000 lifetimes, and the amount of negative karma, depending on what their experiences were, is in itself mind-bending. Many human beings never resolve all of their karma from their present life, so that karma is carried on to their next life, and then the next, and so on. The wheel of life is in motion in every moment of every breath. Many humans find this notion of accumulated karma, be it negative or positive, very difficult to accept. But it is the complete truth. Your past up to your present moment of existence is recorded within your being, your cellular memory. Just think, Michael, wouldn't you in all those lifetimes or incarnations realize if a human being only lived one lifetime, that humanity by now would have let go of all the wars and violence, hatred and anger, especially one's human ego. One of the major contributing factors to humanity's problem with hatred and violence is the genetic transfer of those negative emotions and beliefs to their children, which is then reinforced through upbringing and conditioning. Let's take your Middle East, for example. The human parents pass on their hatred and negative emotions through the transfer of genetics into their children. So as they are growing up, they are conditioned not only by their parents, but also their society, their governments and religion. This is not unique to the Middle East. It is within all nations worldwide. Humanity is creating a negative world for their future children. If human adults do not resolve their own created negative emotions, then you as a race of beings are guilty by example to your children, who will inherit your negative past and negative self-created emotions. And in turn, each human being adds to the creation of a very negative, violent future. All of humanity needs to do is go back to their heart and become feeling beings, not to create a world of fear and violence. The governments, the military, the unjust laws cannot resolve fears and violence. Only by dissolving the enemy within can peace become a reality within human society.
Could you give an example of what would occur if humanity's future is based on the present? I mean, also, you mentioned terrorism, which is, in my understanding, also based on negative karma from the past. Would I be right in that assumption?
Yes, Michael. Humanity's past is catching up And sadly, terrorism will eventually be affecting nearly every country. It will make it very difficult to trust anyone. Can you imagine your children warring against other children? Can you imagine nuclear war will be at its greatest threat? Terrorists will trick nations into believing other nations want to attack them. And biological germ warfare is a serious threat to every country on this planet Earth. There is enough biological germs that have been created by many countries that would destroy every single life form on this planet 10,000 times over, if not more. You would, as a human being, ask yourself, why would anyone want to create such an evil? I am sure everyone could answer that question. There are terrorists at this present moment trying to obtain deadly bacterial agents to be used against certain nations to bring them down. One of the greatest threats to all of humanity is terrorists want America to fall and become helpless. If they succeed in doing this, no country will be safe on your planet. Beyond Terrorists is an organization that wants to rule all nations on your planet Earth. This may sound completely mad to the listeners, but if you each come from your heart and search within yourselves for the truth, you will find out my expressions are indeed complete truth. Karma is the creation of the human ego, and the human ego has been evolving for more than 928,000 years, so it is natural to presume karma, being the cause and effect syndrome, has been around for a very, very long time in human history. To give you another example, a nation attacks another nation, and thousands of human beings are slaughtered. Many are thrown into poverty. Why? Is it greed? Is it a desire for domination and control? Is it jealousy of what that nation may possess? From a human perspective, your answers may be one or all, some or all of the above. But there is another reason human beings may not have considered. It's called karma. Go beyond the human answer and seek a deeper understanding from within your infinite self. What you will discover is those who attacked were in fact attacked by the defending nation somewhere in the human past. From that past, many humans, if not all of them, have reincarnated under different circumstances, so they would eventually attack that nation to pay back that negative karmic debt in what was done unto them. The whole purpose is to try and bring the balance back into alignment to some degree.
Wow, to me it doesn't seem to be working. Is it because humanity hasn't grown enough in self-awareness? Is that the term?
Well, Michael, it has been going on right throughout human history, and that it's very difficult when ego doesn't have any understanding of coming from the heart chakra, where reasoning does exist. At this present time in human history, it's simply called payback after payback, without the understanding. But there is another way of ending all the pain and misery that warring creates. In reality, it is simply revenge. Every form of violence committed in human history is a form of karmic payback. To choose not to pay back and harm another is to evolve consciously. To continue the circle of violence is to remain unevolved and ignorant to life itself. Let's say you killed me in a past lifetime. That means I'm going to kill you in this lifetime. That is not how a rational, balanced, highly thinking, evolved physical being would react. The problem with revenge over countless lifetimes, it never stops. How can an entire nation stop the cycle of karmic revenge when the individuals who make up that nation are driven by the emotional imbalances that urges them to react to karmic debt? Every nation, every human individual needs to stop and think before you choose to pay back someone, no matter how trivial or serious it may be. Think from your heart center, not your human ego. and say, "No, I will not do this act. It is not right for me to take another's life in violence, or to steal, or to rape. It is not right to cause this harm."
That is well said, Kuntarkis. I have to ask this question. When will humanity say enough is enough?
Yeah. I put it this way. I think when we all connect to our true selves, which is your soul, we'll realize after 928,000 years of human evolution, it is time to step beyond the understanding and thinking of the unevolved human ego and to choose to change your thinking and your life so you can grow beyond this way of life. Every human being needs to learn about the enemy, and it is not the enemy outside of you or around you, nor is it another country or religion. It is the individual, the enemy within every human being, your past, your fears, your genetic encoding, your negative actions created from one lifetime to the next. While you use the excuse that they, whoever may be, are the enemy, you will always stay blind to the truth. Blaming a certain individual, organization, or nation will not reveal the truth, and therefore the solution. You will always be held on the wheel of life to incarnate lifetime after lifetime, trying to find some form of happiness or peace and being held to ransom in the material world of illusion, which sadly every human being has been a part of creating throughout human history. We all need to learn to slow ourselves down, stop trying to outrun time, because there is in reality no such thing as time. There is only the moment, and you, the human individual. Take some precious moments for yourself and walk amongst nature or walk on the beaches of sand. Learn to feel and see the beauty in nature, and learn to become aware of the beauty within yourselves, and you will begin to see the beauty in all other life forms. It's like saying, coming to a self-realization that every human being is a beautiful infinite spirit of light, and that all human beings are connected to each other and all forms of life on your planet Earth and in all universes. Feel the love within you and learn to love and accept yourselves as you are in this moment. Change what you feel needs to be changed in your life. Learn to connect with your inner self of infinite knowledge, and this will show all of your past lives and experiences, both negative and positive. See for yourself who you are without any form of judgment. When you can come to those realizations about yourself, then you are open to see others around you without judgment. You will begin to understand that all human beings are in reality your sisters and brothers. One thing must be realized. If you, the individual, have negative thoughts towards others, it also means you are negative about yourself. That negative thinking is a part of your human ego, and it is the human ego that has created all your pain, violence, hatred, and inner anger. It is the ego that needs to be dissolved by each human individual back into the nothingness from which it was first created. By coming to terms with your self-created human ego, you will begin to break down the walls of cause and effect of karma that have been haunting humanity for nearly 1 million years of human evolution. It must also be understood that no one on your planet Earth has the power to dissolve another's individual karma. You, the individual, are the only one with the power to dissolve your own karma, because karma has been created to teach the individual the lessons of life. If you do not experience those lessons and have your karma suddenly dissolved by another, then you have not learnt what is required to learn in that lifetime. Only you, the human individual, have the power of unconditional love within you to bring about the balance of mind, body, and spirit within yourself into the present moment. Through unconditional love for all of life and through the forgiveness of oneself and others, you will connect with your inner knowledge and begin to obtain the awareness, the wisdom to be balanced in creation's totality, which in itself is living energy. Understanding that all of life is most precious, no matter what form it takes, for it is only the human ego that would ever judge a form of life to be lesser than itself, and therefore not worthy of respect or the right to live. Michael, this is not the end. It is only the beginning.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Kuntarkis, for your expressions on cause and effect of karma. And I believe this will flow on well with our next episode, From One Incarnation to the Next.
Very true, Michael. Very true.
Right, well, until next time, thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to contact us for any reason, including if you'd like to book some time with Kuntarkis, simply email kuntarkis@gmail.com. And also you can find out more at his website, etcconsciousness.com. My name is Michael Yon. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more.